Comedians in general, I believe, have a platform to be a little bit more risque than the average artist, because you can always fall back into the guise that it's a joke. But
also, you should know, I think innately, any comedian is saying something for the laugh, right? Not like even people at Chappelle and Burr's level, who to me are the goats, they're trying to be funny. They're going, what sounds the funny? What is the funniest to them and sounds funny? It's like
they have mastered doing it in a way where you're gonna get the laugh.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of comedians, especially, and I go to George's set sometimes, and there'll be comedians who are still practicing, amateurs, if you will, who come before him, and they'll try the dark comedy, and the joke's not funny because your delivery is wrong, and now you just said some real fucked up shit.
Right.
Have you said something where you're like, ooh, I botched that, and now I went too far? Because even you're risque, dude, and especially when you're performing in LA, I imagine the reactions to some risque jokes aren't the same as when you're in Wisconsin.
Totally. I think your intention's got to be there. I think things can get taken out of context. People are, I think, listening for trigger words in certain instances more than the actual content, so that can get you in trouble. But as long as shit's not getting really videotaped, I also just know what I'm saying. Usually, I feel like I got a pretty good grasp of what's coming into my head. I guess doing crowd work is where it's up to. There might be more opportunity for something to go off the rails because I'm truly just trying to be in the moment and listen and respond. But even in Fort Lauderdale this last weekend, there was this really sweet, sassy black woman, and she was making some comments, and then I was firing back about how what she was saying about what I was wearing was way cooler than the white guy version of me describing it, and how I wanted the sassy black woman to be narrating my day, and then we had this whole back and forth that was really great. And there was a time I remember where I'd be on stage, and if I had that thought, I'd be like, oh, you can't say sassy black woman. You know what I'm saying? Just because of feeling not comfortable enough in knowing my intention or that I was going to make it funny. So I don't really feel that now, but I'm not up there trying to divide the audience actively.
Yeah, I feel you.
Comedy comes from dark places. So it's called a joke for a reason. When you go to open mics, bro, you hear jokes that are like, whoa, bro. I can't believe this dude said that. And then it just comes back to the day and age. Bro, when all these comedians have gone through some shit to be this type of way.
And funny trumps everything. It's just like you were saying, some people do just get off on the shock value stuff. Mm-hmm. And there's even professional comics that are crushing it that have a piece of that to what they're doing, where they're just like, oh, this is going to elicit a response,
I just think to his point, it comes back to how funny was the joke, right? So because I feel like we've talked about this with a comedian on the show before, but what happens is you get a lot of these amateurs, and then all the way down to TikTok comments nowadays, where somebody's make a video about their mom dying, and somebody inevitably in the comments will be have something to say that they think is funny,
right?
Until what they say is just not funny at all, and they go back to the old adage, it was just a joke, man. I did it for comedy. But it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
So my advice to people has always been, if you're gonna make a dark joke that is shock valued like crazy, that motherfucker better hit. And better hit hard, and every single person that hears that joke better be laughing. It seems like shock comedy is not the place to be testing on the main stage.
Right.
Nail that fucking joke.
Yeah.
Make sure that every single person is gonna double over.
Yeah.
Because if you, especially very timely shit that just happened that people are still coming to terms with and processing, and it has to do with all that kind of very dark matter. Not dark matter, of course, because we don't know much about that, but
spin-off podcast.
but if you're in the TikTok comments making unfunny jokes,
talk about
dark matter. Does it matter?
Is it real?
Is it real?
Are they trying to make the frogs gay?
Yeah, the frog's gay. With that ribbit sounded real effeminate. Ribbit's code for cock. Yeah. So I do think it's also interesting when you have people that aren't comics throwing Hail Marys on first down in the comment section. It's why no one's coming to you? I was at a wedding, I don't know, pre-COVID, a few months before COVID went down, and one of my buddies, a mutual friend of the guy getting married, and I've known this guy for a hot minute, was the best man, and he's like, can I run some jokes by you for my best man speech? And I already was just like, I can already tell Lee that these are going to be horrendous and offensive, and I'm here for it, dude. What do you got? And he had this joke about about our buddy, like his mom, like blowing one of them at a party. And there was just no joke. It was a weird, fucked up story being like, and that's when she sucked our cocks. And everyone was like, and I was like, dude, don't tell this joke. He goes, it's funny, right? He goes, you're a comedian though. Come on, you got to help me out. I go, no. I'm telling you, as a comic, first of all, yes, do I want to see you go up there and just fucking bomb and, arguably ruin a chunk of the wedding?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, dude. As a fan of just great live moments in life, 1000% I'm here for this. Yeah. But, I love Mike. I think you're, just definitely calling audible on this. And he did some version of it, and he just was like, nah, I think it's funny. And I'm like, Lee, no one's going to you for the fucking, no one's going to be like, dude, Lee's speech wasn't that funny. And he's like, why not? I go, because you're not funny. And he was like, fuck, dude. I was like, you're not funny. You're just, in this moment, no one's going to be expecting you to be going hard in the paint with the jokes. Be sincere, open with a joke. And again, it's a reading the room situation, but he went for it, and dude, it was like weird. Oh yeah, a version of it. And I remember sitting there just being like, and it was one of those great, like, he did it, crickets, and then I just go, ha! And he looked at me and he was like, I was like, no, dude, I wasn't laughing because it went great. I was laughing because you fucking rolled the dice.
I have to be honest,
big time.
He's like this. Fuck.
It was red or black, and you put 40 on magenta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Who's the story intrigues me. So Mike's mom sucked one of your friend's dicks?
I mean, this was a made-up story that he
thought it was funny.
Yeah. It was something about her being like the cool mom, which she definitely is, but I didn't grow up with him. I went to college with my buddy Mike. But Lee's story was like, in high school, she was so it was already just like,
where was this that
Agora Hills.
And the cool moms out there just suck the kids' dicks?
That's what no, she didn't at all.
That sounds cool, though.
But it does sound cool. By the way, we all wish we knew that mom, right? Did you have a mom growing up?
Stacey's mom. Because like...
George, if you can get out of here, that'd be awesome.
I've been to Agora Hills. They have a chili festival out there. And I thought it was like the people that made the chili were cool. But evidently, like, they got moms just fucking blowing.
They are. Do not skip over that. People who make chili for a living are very cool.
Yeah.